Welcome back to the Super Mario Maker Course World Challenge. I am your host, Attack Slug, and as always, if you have a 16-digit code you want to see featured on this show, leave it down in the comments below. You can also post it on my Miiverse, I guess. I don't know. That's where this first request comes from. Now, I want to tell you that I have played today's stages before. Back on Sunday, I was making a video, and I recorded for 20 minutes, and I got 2 minutes back. So, did some troubleshooting, hopefully fixed whatever the problem was. But this is the second time on the Wii U that my capture stuff did not work. So I'm hoping my kit is not failing on me. I replaced the HDMI cable, I updated the firmware and the software and everything else. So hopefully, perhaps I just accidentally hit the big button on the top with my tripod. I don't know. So, unfortunately, these courses that I'm going to show today, and there are 3, I have seen before, and I will spoil it for you. I finished one of the 3, and this is one that I finished. So, this is a fresh hell that is like 8,000 amiibo mushrooms, and you gotta just jump and hope you can get there and not fall. And now I'm Link. And there's a spring here, so let's get that. Let's get that. Nope, that's just Lucario. I think that is how you pronounce it. So unfortunately, this is not my first impression of these stages, and I think that usually I enjoy that more, or at least, you know, I think that makes for better content, but that's just me. So unfortunately, not my first impression, because I've played them on Sunday and finished one of them, which is this one, and there you go. Quick and easy. From Mr. DAP, who had left the comment in my Miiverse comments. So, go Amiibo! We're going to exit. Now, the next 2, I'm going to once again give a fair shake, but I can almost promise you I'm not going to beat them. And certainly the first one, you will see why, because it is... How do I... Alright. It is a Super Meat Bros, Super Meat Boy stage with a clear rate of 0.45%. Look at those numbers! Look at those numbers! This stage is very much focused on wall jumping in the new Super Mario style, which you know that I am not particularly great at. So it is very much getting the right amount. And look at all them X's. X's for days, son. Nope. So, I'm going to give this about 5 minutes or so on the clock here, starting now. We're at 5, and we'll hit 10 on my clock here, not necessarily on the video clock that you're watching on YouTube, because obviously there's a delay, because I like to have my audio sync happen first, and audio sync that was too high, is important. So, I did make it about halfway into this stage, and I'll see if I can accomplish that again, but considering how hard this is, and the fact that the wall jumping feels way less precise than the actual Super Meat Boy, which is a game that I enjoy quite a bit and have done videos of on this channel before. And a game I did finish back in the day, 2010. If you consider 2010 to be back in the day, which in video game terms, then yeah, sure, that's forever ago. I hit the jump button. Sometimes, you know, you hit buttons and things don't happen the way you want them to happen, which is... That describes my experience with video games a lot. A lot of my life is like that, so that's okay. But yes, on the subject of my Hauppauge HD PVR2 that I've been using for about 3 years now, almost 3 years. It'll be 3 years come February of 2016. I'll have this thing for 3 years. And certainly I put up a lot of game videos with this thing. So I guess you could say it has certainly served its purpose and has made itself useful enough to me in building my channel to, at this point, over 20,000 strong. So thanks to everybody who's showing up each and every day for new video content. But if I were to do it again, Chain Chomp, if I were to do it again, I might not go with a Hauppauge again. I might go with a Elgato, might be a better choice, but I don't, you know, I'm hoping to not have hoping to not have to spend that money. I really would rather not, but worst comes to worst, you gotta have video to capture, you know? That's about as far as I made it the last time, was in that tube area and, nope, in that vertical slice is about as far as I made it, and then managed to not make it through. That's not gonna be high enough. You can kind of tell at a certain point, like, when you've played enough of it, you can tell whether or not it's gonna be successful, but course correcting mid-air is just not going to happen. And that's my thought on that matter. In any event, if I was going to spend any kind of money on an upgrade, it would not be to a capture thing, it would be to a new PC, and as we all know, I am way too broke for that. I've had some folks say I should start a Patreon, but honestly, I don't think I would raise that much money on... Or, I don't think I'd raise enough money on Patreon. And the thing for me, on the topic of Patreon, is... I feel like most ones of those that are successful have goals, and my goal, like, they promise you additional things for funding, and I don't necessarily have... I made it real far! I made it real far, and I feel pretty good about that. So I think that's gonna, like, you know, we're just gonna wrap it up here for this stage. Because I don't think I'm going to get any farther than that. But as I was saying, with Patreon, I feel like people have, okay, you know, hit this level of funding, and then I'll do these additional things. And with my schedule, I don't want to I don't want to make promises I can't keep. So we're going to hit up P-Switch Rhythm Challenge. Now, my apologies for not remembering the names of people who suggested these stages. I had those in a text file, and then I deleted them once I finished the video, before I brought it into Adobe, and then I put it in Adobe, and it was like, nope, you get 2 minutes. And I'm like, that's not enough. I need the full 20. What the fuck are you doing? So, I don't know why it did that. And that is the second time it's done it, and it's only happened on the Wii U. So, I'm hoping that everything I'm saying now is, I mean, I'm looking over here and it says it's capturing, so I'm hoping it's not lying to me, because the capture kit here is green. Obviously, if it stops being green, I would notice that it's not, you know, it stopped being green, and I wouldn't say, hey, this file's not long enough, it's not capturing the whole damn thing. So this stage here is contingent on you getting to all of the P-switches in time, and not getting distracted by anything else in the stage, like that mushroom over there. Not worth the trouble. Just keep hitting the P-switches. So, I did the whole thing where it's like, oh, well, you know, which one's next, which one goes here, and I kind of figured out more or less where things go, but my confusion with this stage is coming up shortly. So you skip that. Don't follow the arrows. Right here is my confusion, because there's not enough time to get to... Oh god, I did it! Holy shit! Holy shit! I couldn't, that's recording, I couldn't do that! It just wasn't happening! Oh my god! Oh my god! Wow! That never would have happened the last time. I just went for 5 minutes and I was like, nope, we're boned, not happening. That was great. That stage gets a star. That stage, faux show, gets a star. So, now we do the thing where we do the You May Also Enjoy. So, right now, Bowser's Fortress looks insane. And we're going to choose that. Obviously, that Doki Doki remix looks like Mario 2. For, you know, the US and not for Japan. But this stage looked nuts just from the thumbnail. So, we're going to try to accomplish this. This might be the last stage of the day. I only planned on those 3. I didn't think I was actually going to finish that third one, so... What the fuck is this? Oh. I died at a Goomba! I made it past the Hammer Bro and died on a Goomba. That is the most embarrassing. I am the worst Mario in the world. It's-a me. Terrible player. This giant Bowser's Mountain shit going on here. Let's take your shell here just in case. Let's bring that with us. Oops, I dropped it. Whatever. What? I'm not the only one. So I wonder if you have to go inside the mountain. I wonder if that's where the state, like, what's on the other side of that mountain? Is there anything important there, or is there just a wasteland? I'm gonna go find out. It's my show. Do what I want. Aha! A mushroom and a 1-up. See, that is why it pays to explore a little bit. And now we're gonna head into this. Great. Great! There we go. Great. So, here we go. We're gonna... Well, that's why you get a mushroom, so you fucking don't do dumb shit like that! Get on the... Calm. Happy thoughts. Think positive. We've beaten way harder this... I've beaten way harder stages than this on this very show. The Nintendo World Championship stages are way hard. And I've beaten stages in my spare time that are way hard. So far this is not much of a challenge from what is, you know, at least those aren't ice blocks. Like, if it was me making the stage, they'd be ice blocks. I'm kind of a dick like that. Really with this shit? Come on now. Alright. Let us not botch this. There we go. There we go. We managed to not be Sin Cara. That's important. Okay, so let's see where these things lead us. But yeah, if I was making the stage, these would be ice blocks, and people get real mad at me. Like, what the hell are you doing? What in the hell are you doing, boy? Oh, oh. Alright, just run. Just run. Sometimes you... Oh, God. Can't do that. Wait, what? How? Oh. Jumping. Jumping. I get it. I get it. Oh, that seems... You can't... Oh, man. If that pipe goes somewhere, that's fucking mean. If this just puts me where the, Fuck. Alright. I bring you fire. Alright. So far, this isn't that bad. I'm like, obviously, you know, I made some dumb moves there earlier, but so far, it's not... So this game... Missing things, obviously. Like, being able to crawl on the chains in the castle stages is a Mario World type deal, and it's not in this game, which is a bummer, because that could make for some interesting, you know, you have to punch to get to the flip side. That can make for some interesting gameplay, but it's not in here. This platforming stuff is pretty cool, but it's going to be contingent on waiting for it to be in the right thing, and then just going through it. So I've seen players use those, whatchamacallit, things to... That was cool. Alright. I dig that. Thumbs up on that. That can get a star. That was well executed. Well made. And that is going to wrap it up for today. Beat more stages than I did beat. The only thing I didn't beat was that Super Meat Boy stage, which was, you know, way, way hard. But I got pretty far in it, so I'm proud of myself for at least getting better than I did the last time. So that gets a star. And I will tell you that this is... Don't move! Help you too! No, this is... What is this? This is the Super Mario Maker Course World Challenge. This is not the modern Goomba Glide. Super Mario Maker Course World Challenge. I am your host, Attack Slug. I will keep doing these as I enjoy them quite a bit. And I will see you next time, right here on this channel. And I'm out.